È strano se sfiorandomi riemergerai dal buio. Riposa un po', mia cara bella, il tuo regno sai non brilla più. È strano se la novità si prenderà il gioco di noi, riempie già gli spazi tuoi con spazi di vertigine. Non era semplice stringere.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steven. He is upon a student or a fan of the show's request. He said on my Twitter, if the Giants won Game 5, I'll have to do a post-game show. And obviously, I'm here. The Giants did win. A surprising shutout, a outstanding performance by Barry Zito. This is not the Stevens All Baseball Show. This is the NLCS Post Game Show after the Game 5 victory for the Giants. Now the series will be heading back to San Francisco as it will be now Game 6 on Sunday. And it's going to be a action-packed week on the Fox channel. First with college football tomorrow, and then Sunday having the Redskins and the Giants play in the morning. Then back to the NLCS in the evening. So a lot of big stuff to talk to you about. Mostly we'll be talking about the Giants and the Cardinals Game 5, what the surprise of the game was. Obviously, you probably would know Barry Zito had a tremendous game. What were the positives and negatives from both teams? What to expect in Game 6 as Matt Cain for the Giants will pitch against Chris Carpenter for the Cardinals. And is there a concern for the Cardinals after losing Game 5? Has the momentum switched to the Giants now, especially since the Giants will now be back at home at AT&T Park? And also, you guys can call in. You can answer. I'll ask any questions asked. You guys can call in to the show. If you're not a baseball fan, if you are a baseball fan, if you're a Giants fan, if you're a Cardinals fan, just I'll put you on the show, and we'll just talk about the game and what you saw and pretty much what you really thought of the game, and I'll give you my word. I'll give you my input on what you said, and the number is on the chat box. Pretty much the number 650-315-6543. That's the number. You guys want to call in, ask any questions, any shout outs too. That'll be that you can do that too anyway. So let's just go straight to the details right now. Barry Zito gained the win in a surprising fashion after his first start in the NLDS in Game 4 in Cincinnati only lasted 2 2/3. He goes 7 2/3 today, and what a 7 2/3 he had. Only gave up 6 hits, only 1 walk allowed, and surprisingly 6 strikeouts. And another surprise is his pitch count. He threw 115 pitches. That's considerably a lot for Barry Zito, who hasn't pitched that much since probably the first game of the season, which was when he threw a complete game shutout against Colorado. So a big surprise. And Tim McCarver was stating before the game, if Zito gets this win, would this erase all the bad stuff that happened the first 5 years of Zito's tenure in San Francisco? I think it did. This performance really, it wasn't just good. It was terrific. It was outstanding. I did not see this coming. I don't think any of the Giants faithful saw this coming. I don't think the Cardinals even saw this coming. Probably the Cardinals people thought they're going to have a great outing offensively against Zito, and they knew that Zito struggled against Cincinnati, and it was on the road too. So maybe they take advantage of that. But no, sir, only 6 hits allowed, and unbelievable, really. Zito shut down Matt Holliday the entire time, striking him out 3 times on the night, or pardon me, two, and then shutting it down the NLDS hero Pete Cosma to 0 for 2, and then really just stopping the big bats in this lineup. John Jay 1 for 4. He's the leadoff batter. Carlos Beltran 1 for 4. Alan Craig 1 for 4. David Freese 1 for 4. Yadier Molina, he's probably he got the 2 hits. He got 2 hits for the Cardinals, the only multi-hit player on the game. So pretty much what you expect from the Cardinals today, it did not happen. And we expected an offensive breakout. We expected Lance Lynn to have a better performance than he had in Game One. And Lance Lynn, let's go straight to Lance Lynn, and he does not go past the fourth inning again. He gets stopped after 3 2/3, and he gives up 4 runs. Zero of them are earned because of the error that he enforced. So that's a question I have really. If the pitcher gives up an error, if he gives up an error, then shouldn't he get the earned run because that's his fault and he let the runner score? That's the question I have. But he has 0 earned runs, surprisingly. But those 4 runs were killer, especially on that big double play mistake, throwing the ball to the bag and just pretty much ricocheting up into the air and going into the outfield grass, scoring Scudero from second base. And then obviously you guys know the Brandon Crawford single, and then the Barry Zito bunt. That was probably the play of the game was a mistake on Lance Lynn. But the best offensive play of the game was the Zito bunt, and you can see if you guys can possibly find any video of Zito before he bunted the ball. He took a couple peeks at David Freese who was at third base, and he was wondering if he could get that bunt down. And it was a 2 outs, so it was kind of a risk if he could do it. And definitely he gets through. And he does the job, and surprisingly, he gets it out. And he has some speed actually. He was running down the line like a mad dog, and he really did a great job. Really heads up playing right there, and I give the props out to Zito. And he's going to be the player of the game for this ball game. None other than Barry Zito. What a terrific performance he had. But also there are offensive players for the Giants that also had a great game. Let's just point out Pablo Sandoval. He had a great job. He went 2 for 4 with a solo shot, really adding an assurance run that really would help the Giants if the Cardinals would possibly make a comeback going into the later innings, probably the seventh, the eighth, or the ninth. The no, we don't know what would have happened if the Cardinals possibly would have come back like they did against the Nationals in Game 5. We didn't know if that was going to happen or not, but luckily Zito did the job. He did leave a runner on first when we came out, but AFL did, no, pardon me, Casilla, he did his job to end the eighth, and then Romo shutting down in the ninth, really doing the job that he's really been doing the entire season after Brian Wilson was injured his elbow and then pretty much had to have Tommy John surgery. He's been out for the rest of the season, but he's been the uh, electrician pretty much for the bench. He's been so electric, really supportive of his teammates, and a great win all around for the Giants, offensively, pitching, and defensively. There are great plays for the Giants defensively also. One from Hunter Pence, a couple from Pablo Sandoval, and one from Marco Scudero. So all around, just a great game for the Giants. For the Cardinals, it was they had a great defensive game. Just the screw up by Lance Lynn really cost him his pitching performance, and it cost the team the pitching performance. But Zito really shut down the Cardinals today, and I don't see any reason why the Giants really don't deserve this game. They deserve it the entire way. Their backs are against the wall, and they get the job done. 5-0 is your score, everybody. The final line, it goes for the Giants. It goes 5 runs off 6 hits, no errors. And then St. Louis, no runs off surprisingly 7 hits, 1 hit more than the Giants, and 1 error from Lance Lynn. So Zito, he improves his playoff career record to 5-3. Lance Lynn is now 0-1 during this postseason. So lots of big stuff. And Giants fans, you can breathe a little bit easier because there's going to be a game 6. And when we come back to this commercial break, we'll be talking a little bit about the game 6 and what we expect out of game 6 in San Francisco on Sunday afternoon. It'll be Carpenter. Pardon me, what is not Matt Cain. It is Ryan Vogelsong pitching for the Giants. That's a correction right there from me. Also, I'll be giving you. I have the play-by-play list right here. I'll give you the key plays that happened for the Giants, and let's look. Let's look at the inning that could have gone bad for the Giants. The bottom of the second, St. Louis had 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. How did Zio get out of it? When we return to the NLCS Post Game Show here on Spreaker.com, and I'm a part of the National Sports Talk Station. You guys should follow it. You guys should be good followers of it because these shows that we have on this channel are terrific. You guys, I'll be coming back in just about 30 seconds. Enjoy the music for the time being.
You want my styles like Hierro, dancing on my words on the edge of sombrero. The gringos, sick flows, yes, the cockatoid. Kill Agnes with a glance from the pupil of annoyed. A mic stored in underwear drawers of my dresser. Rhymes from True God, yours is child of a lesser. A lowercase G hanging under the bar. My G's above and beyond and shining bright from afar like North Star. Guided me to Gibson the Manger, Dr. Stranger. Like Blase Blah bringing danger. Enfermos of Harmonico sick. Stand tall, surfing ink from Bic. Push the click, now I'm running. Leading down the L-pen shaft and spin a phonograph to exercise a paragraph. Epitaph from killing off the flesh for 808. A low frequency to give you something to hate. We tie words up tight with lasso. With art from the soul, Pablo. A low frequency to give you something to hate. We tie words up tight with lasso. With art from the soul, Pablo Picasso. And paintbrush in my discussion when we touching down sublime with Bablo. We tie words up tight with lasso. With art from the soul, Pablo Picasso. And paintbrush in my discussion.
And we're back here on the NLCS Post Game Show here on the National Sports Radio station in affiliation with Spreaker.com. My name is Steven Hughes, the host of Steven's All Baseball Show. If you guys missed the first part of the show, I was by request that the Giants won from a person from Twitter. If the Giants won, I have to do a post-game show. And here I am, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to give you pretty much a good analysis and what to expect in Game 6. On Sunday, so I was watching pregame on Fox. I think a lot of people will be watching it too. And all three of the guys, Eric Karros, AJ Brzezinski, and Harold Reynolds, all three of them said Cardinals going to the World Series. And they probably thought of it because Zito was pitching, because their offense was on fire, and the Giants' pitching has not been clicking at all, especially the starting rotation with Bumgarner not doing well, with Lincecum surprisingly not doing that well. He did pretty well in relief this postseason, but starting-wise, he did not do so well. But Zito, when we need him most, he gets the job done. When the Giants get him, when the Giants put him in, I'm surprised he had a good game. Because he had a rough time to start the year. he got that complete game shutout in the beginning of the season, but then after that, he was shaky. We were worried that, and also Lincecum was struggling hard, so we were worried that